Good morning. My name is Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow, and this is Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Wow, I have to tell you something. Today I woke up happier than I've been in the last 2 years, and it was on the 27th of this month, 2 years ago, that I was laid off from my job, a job that I thought that defined me, a job that I thought was going to create a future for me, that it didn't, that it wasn't. And what I found out over the last 2 years is that particular job where I made $6,000 to $8,000 a month did not define me. It didn't do anything for me other than allow me to pass time for almost 2 years and really lose touch with what was happening and what can happen in my life. Since then, my life has gone through a lot of transition. I have gone from point A to point B once again. And culminated in today, this morning, when I woke up and I was singing a song by Chaka Khan and Rufus and Chaka Khan, excuse me. And I felt love and I felt happy and I felt nurtured and I felt cared for. And it's been a long time since I felt that. And a lot of you have watched my videos and a lot of you hear my words, read my words every day on social media. And I'm one of those who acts as if. You don't have to know everything that's going on in my life to know that I'm transcending, transforming, transitioning, transmuting a whole, because I am every day. I don't have to wait for something to happen in my life to change my life, because my life changes every day whether I do something about it or not. Cells are born and cells die in my body by the millions every day without my permission. So that tells me that something's always happening. There's always an ebb and flow of evolution, an ebb and flow of change, of working through, of transitioning to, coming from, and going to a whole. There are a lot of folks, professionals. I know a lot of professional people who are going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. They constantly fight the same battles over and over and over again. They fight the battles of self-recognition. They fight the battle of how they are defined by others. And I say to you right here, right now, and I'm not going to ask you to excuse my French, fuck others. Fuck what others think and how they define me. I've walked through the last 2 years of somebody trying to define me based on who they are, and that's not fair. It's not fair for me to define who you are based on who I am. Aho, mitaki yase. And that's my lesson. That's my lesson for the last 2 years. Who I am is not who you are. Who you are is not who I am and who I want you to be. That is none of my business. I am none of your business. Aho. What can I do for you today? How can I help you today? Is my lesson. And every time I help you today, I am helped a little bit further along in my life, in my way of changing, in my way of thinking, in my way of being, in my way of wanting, in my way of dreaming. What are my dreams today? What are your dreams today? Aho, are you living up to your dreams and your potential of your dreams and who you are and what you want? Or are we living up to the dreams and expectations and hopefully the end results and goals of others? What are we trying to live up to? I'm going to tell you something. From this point forward, I live up to what it is that I want for me. And I'm going to be defined by where I am right here, right now. Aho. Where I am right here, right now. And I'm standing right here. I am well grounded. I am well rooted and I am well fruited. And sometimes I forget that. As much as I teach that, I forget. Now, I've been wearing the mask of acting as if for the last 2 years. And thank God Creator has given me that mask, because it's given me a teaching tool as well. Aho. I'm not alone, and you're not alone. I am not alone in my walk in the things that I have been through for the last 2 years. And you have not been alone, because you know that I will post a video or I will post my words and I will be with you in a way that's good. I hope. Aho. How can I help you? How can I be with you in a good way? There are those this week who have reached out to me, who needed help, who were desperate, who were lonely, who were frightened, who felt ashamed, and I assured them, you are not alone. I am not alone. There's no reason to be afraid. I am not afraid. And there's no reason to be in shame and be of shame, because the shame is not yours to carry and never has been. Aho. We have been domesticated to eat, breathe, and think in a particular way. If it looks like a duck, and walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's not a duck. It's not your duck. Never mind what your opinion is of what I look like or how I should walk or how I should talk. My opinion is what matters. I brush my teeth in the morning. I face me in the morning when I wake up and I say, hello, Anthony. We made it another day. Aho. Thank you, Creator, Great Spirit. Thank you. You know, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and I didn't know how today, but I knew it was important and I had to. I want you to know I am here for you. Be here for you. Don't wait for others to be here for you, because they're not going to. They're going to disappoint you sorely. Aho. 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 You can ask many who have cried themselves to sleep. You can ask many who are divorced and in broken marriages. You can ask many who are single fathers and single mothers. Aho. You can ask those who don't know how to say, will you help me? Can you love me? Do you have a minute? There are those who don't know how to say those words because they're afraid of what somebody might think of them if they ask. Don't be afraid. Who cares what people think if you ask? And if you don't like what that person, the way that person treats you, seek out somebody else. The Apostle Paul said, if you come to a town and they don't want to hear what you have to say, clean the dirt off of yourself of that town and move on to the next. Move on to the next. This is not about religion. This is not about the Apostle Paul. This is about who you are and how you are defined by yourself and by what you want for yourself. Aho. I want to be happy today. I woke up happier than I've been in 2 years. And that may sound strange to you, but that's the way it is. You know, I've been walking a path of shamanism and the medicine man and the healer for the last 2 years. And I didn't do it because I'm skipping along happily. I've walked through the busyness and the hurts and the traumas and the shames and the pains of life that aren't mine to carry. They're the lessons that I've had to walk through to stand here, right now, and speak to you and be with you whenever you call on me to say, Anthony, do you have a minute? You know, thank you for listening to my videos. Thank you for reading my words on Facebook and other social media. Thank you for tuning in to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Because I know that you're listening. I know that you hear my voice. I know that I hear my voice. Aho, and I've unblocked the block and I've come into my body and the feelings of what happens in my body, and I am no longer manifesting sickness and dis-ease and shame and hurt and stuffing with food the wound that bound me for a lifetime. Unblock the wound, unblock the shame, unblock the voice. Aho. Let's clear that fifth chakra and come back into the body, come back into your heart, come back into your fire, your fuego. I can, I will, I do, esteem. Come into the connection of self and connection to others through the second chakra, and be grounded and be rooted and fruited as a tree that you know yourself to be. Aho, that you have always been, that it was written in the book for you to be. Aho. I am Anthony Rodriguez, I'm Walking Crow. And I am rooted and I am fruited. And the birds of the air nest in my branches and eat of my fruit, because I am worthy and I am fruitful and I am vibrant and I am alive and I am here because I have withstood and I withstand the four winds and I am not knocked down. What are your four winds? And what can you stand against and allow me to stand with you? Not just with you, beside you, behind you, and let me stand in front of you and pull you along when you need help. I will do that for you because there are those who do that for me. Aho! My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this is Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Reach out to me if you want at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can give me a call at 818-442-1717, or you can go to my website at sacreddrum24.weebly.com. Thank you and have a beautiful weekend, and please reach out to me. Aho.